127. That's the highest it goes, 127.
Well, according to Spinal Tap, hi!
Hey!
Hey!
Thank you.
The MMAniacs are back in the Chill Basement Studios, side 2. Chilling.
We are here. It's been a hot minute.
Now it's a cold minute.
It is chilly down here.
It's either been really cold or really hot whenever you recorded here.
Yeah. I had to go shirt off upstairs inside too.
Yeah, now your shirt.
Now,
Additional shirt on from outside.
that's right.
Yeah. But let's talk about biggest fight card in UFC history happening. Holy shit.
So crazy. 205 is going to be completely nuts. I think it's the best UFC card they've ever put together.
It could be. Hopefully it shows results-wise. But I think everyone wants to talk about it. So let's just get right into it. Rafael Natal, Tim Boach. Who you got?
Well, let's see here.
Sinte Luque, Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Muhammad is his last name.
Yeah.
Bilal
Muhammad. Yeah. I got Muhammad. I think he's looked nasty. He's looked nasty, and we're Facebook friends.
Oh,
so I have to give him my nod.
Go with social media.
Yeah, I'm going with my social media. And then here's my other connection. So the guy I trained under that I went over to Abu Dhabi and hung out with, so I got my pro belt from, actually fought Natal and lost.
Oh.
So
in a fight?
Yeah, UFC, not a UFC, but it was under some kind of
regional show.
Yeah, regional show of some sort. It was but before Natal was in the UFC, obviously.
There's a lot of fights, man. It starts at 6:30 and it goes until 2 a.m.
I know, but every fight. This is the crazy thing. Is like every fight.
Carmouche, is it?
Well, listen to the undercard. The undercard, everybody is ranked except for Bilal Muhammad and whoever he's fighting.
Vicente Luque.
Yeah, Vicente Luque. Everybody else on the undercard, they're all top 15. Every single one of them. I was watching. They were doing the rankings on the show Saturday, and that was one of the things that stood out to me. I was like, Jesus, that's the undercard. Everybody's ranked except for the first fight on the undercard. I think that's going to be a barn burner.
The first fight on the undercard? This commercial?
No. The way it was set up, it was
on the FS1. Oh, okay. Maybe that's kicking off the FS1.
Yeah. Not the main not the fight pass undercard.
I mean, if anything, FS1 is already promoting the shit out of it as being the biggest prelims in UFC history. It's basically what could be a pay-per-view card a few years ago.
Right.
Is Frankie Edgar headlining against who the fuck is that guy? Jeremy Stevens. Habib Nurmagomedov against Michael Johnson.
Oh my God.
These are Fox favorites. These guys just
I'm so excited to see Nurmagomedov back in the octagon.
I mean, he fought in the winter, but it was against a late replacement. It wasn't against Tony Ferguson. What we expected it to. It was not Lendo Benata. That's who Tony Ferguson is. That fighting in North Dakota, but Khabib fought in the undercard of Wonder Boy against Big Rig back when I was stuck in Florida.
That was last winter.
Yeah. Well,
that was his first fight back off a layoff, though, right?
2 years.
And then he got injured again, so it's been like...
No, he hasn't got injured since that fight.
So he just has not fought in a year?
It was March.
It was March.
Yeah, so...
April, May, June, July, August.
It's been a while.
That's 8 months. That's a long time to go in the UFC.
Yeah, well, hey.
Especially coming off a 2-year layoff. That's, one fight in just about 3 years.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see him get back in there and get on it.
Again, it's a very exciting and dangerous opponent, Michael Johnson, who just knocked out Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Hidalgo.
That was not. I had Poirier in that
I
one.
think a lot of people, myself included, did as well.
Yeah.
And
I missed my last like 2 or 3 picks, but I will not miss 205. My 205 picks.
In terms of making them.
Yeah, in terms of making them on the Fight Pass. The fighter. Yeah, whatever.
I forget. I think I put in picks last week. I usually just do it haphazardly at the beginning of the week. Don't put too much thought into it. But it matters less to me nowadays because UFC took away their program where you can win free stuff by getting a certain amount of points. So, whatever. I got my.
It might come back though.
I got my autographed gloves and a couple plaques to award me clicking on things a few times a day. I'm glad to be free of that internet OCD. Anyway, 3 title fights. First time in a long time. I think these will have much different results than when they did it at UFC 33, and all 3 title fights went to a decision. They went overtime on pay-per-view and lost a lot of money. They've already planned on this being a 4-hour pay-per-view. It's going to be ridiculous to be in that building.
Are you watching it here?
No, I'm going to it.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah.
God damn it! I had that in my brain that we were going to talk about that today, and I don't know why why I didn't think of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't miss that one.
Well, I feel like I don't know. I haven't
have to watch it. I
haven't seen any advertisements for it, but there's when Aldo and McGregor fought at 194, they showed it at the Wilbur Theater. I mean, they had it. They've done it in giant movie theaters. So
yeah,
check your virtual listing.
Burger's pretty big around here. I probably will just get it at my house and have a couple people over.
Yeah.
See if we can chop it up.
Yeah, people you want to have spend the weekend.
Yeah, last time we got the fights at my house. Paul and Rula came over.
What card was that? 199. Or was that 200?
God damn, I don't remember. I don't remember because you know what? I fell asleep.
Okay.
I fell asleep at the last fight or fight and a half. I missed completely. I passed out on the couch.
Good thing you had that 24-hour access.
I woke up and the fights were over.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Hey man, where'd it go?"
Yeah. Well, at least you didn't wait. What's happened to me before is I've dozed off and woken up as a decision in a 5-round fight is being read, and I haven't seen any of the fight.
Oh, that's even worse.
I get annoyed. Fuck. Now
I have to go back and watch.
I'm going to watch that, but I know who wins.
So that's the worst. I hate that when that happens on social media. At least if it's something that's decisive, I can go back and watch at least I can go back and go, all right, he got knocked out or he got hit. Yeah, but when it's a decision, it's much harder unless everybody's going, this is the most amazing fight I've ever seen.
Right.
There's those too.
Yeah, I feel like that hasn't happened for a while since the McGregor Aldo blew up social media immediately after it happened because it was 13 seconds and there's all that anticipation. But yeah, I didn't even know if Manny Pacquiao won his fight, which was Saturday night, until this afternoon today. So,
Yeah.
boxing is.
I found it out while I was driving. Yeah. So we haven't done this in so long because life has taken over for me for a minute. I really hope that we're able to be more consistent with this. And by us, I mean me.
I'm here.
Yeah, you're here and you're willing. I know. It's been a tough couple months for me. There's just been a lot going on.
There's also been several weeks where there was nothing. There was the biggest gap in fights. There was supposed to be a pretty steady flow of every week a UFC event. It's not a UFC, then Bellator. But the UFC Philippines got canceled, so there's a big gap in the schedule. Anyway, so
let me go way back for just a second, because I don't think we talked about this. How did you feel about Anthony Henderson? Did we talk about? I don't think we talked about this.
Yeah, it wasn't the fight that I thought it was. I thought it was a good fight. I was expecting a decision, a knockout, certainly. Didn't happen. I think that what it comes down to is, do you score the first round at 10-8? I did not. I didn't consider Henderson being completely dominant. When I think of 10-8, I think the guy's not defending himself, getting knocked around, not offering much offense at all. And I thought Bisping was on the offensive. He did get dropped and had to escape narrowly on his back, just missing either a hammer fist or an elbow on the ground that would have done it. It was the closest to UFC 100 fight, and it almost happened again.
Yeah.
It almost happened again.
The second punch, though.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I meant in terms of
right, him being on the ground and getting hit. Yeah. That one was pretty awful.
He couldn't see anything coming. He was already in the land of wind and ghosts. All right, I think that this was the decision, but it was a great fight for Henderson to go out on. Didn't have the storybook ending, unfortunately, but at least he will get to grapple with John Jones in the future. It was just after his USADA hearing or his NSAC hearing that the UFC 159 main event and event at all that never happened, Jones versus Henderson, may now happen in the anticlimactic grappling realm.
Yeah, no, it could be good.
It could be fun. No,
it could be good, but I don't think either of them have the kind of submission skills to make it really interesting. And I don't think either of them have the kind of guard that would make it really interesting. I'm sure that Jones has I feel like Jones has a better guard than
his legs.
Than Bisping. That's it. That's where he can. But you don't see him throw up a bunch of triangles and arm bars and omoplatas or anything like that.
Because he hasn't had.
Yeah. So I mean, it's interesting. It's not when you said it to me. I hadn't heard of it until you mentioned it earlier. My initial reaction is not that excited, but after I think about it for a second, I go, it could be interesting.
It'll be a curiosity for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like when you get these guys that are predominantly wrestlers that have kind of gotten into retirement. It's like the Chael Sonnen just did one.
Well, he did one against Michael Bisping. It was literally stand-up grappling to a draw.
Right.
Very boring.
It's just boring. And that's, it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a fight for a takedown. And they're both great wrestlers. They're both really good wrestlers. But what happens, I could see a lot of stalemating going on. Very similar to,
We'll have a whole special breaking it down as it gets closer. The grappling 159 is what they should call the event.
The EBI was on Sunday too, which I intended to watch last night, and I didn't watch.
I haven't watched either.
Which I know the outcome because of social media.
Yeah.
So I know Gary Cohen won the whole thing.
Well, now I know.
Not surprising.
Well, I have absolutely nothing to add, so I won't. I may watch it, but now I know Gary Cohen wins. It's just.
Did you watch an EBI before?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But the rules is that there has to be a finish, right? Or they go to. Is that how EBI runs?
Yeah, it's 15-minute submission only. There's no points. It's a non-point match. And then what happens is if nobody gets a submission after 15 minutes, then they are both consecutively put into bad positions, which is either one guy has the back or one guy has an arm snatched up, ready for an arm bar.
Now, which of those positions would be worse?
Right? It depends on who you are. It depends on who you are. Different guys choose different things. Like, I don't know.
Well, say you were in that position.
For me,
you were given the choice: take my arm or give up your back.
Well, for me personally, it would be my back because I have really good choke defense. That's stupid thing that I'm just really good at. It's not, most guys can't choke me. I just have a lot of good little tricks. So I would go for that because I'm also, when guys do get a choke on, even when they start to get it on, I have such a big neck, it's harder to choke. So, but my arm, as soon as it goes out straight, I'm tapping immediately because I've just been armbarred too many times, and my elbows are junk. You know, I have my right elbow, it doesn't even. Oh, yeah, I had a freak out. I thought it wasn't recording. Because I thought it was supposed to be blinking, but it's not. It's supposed to be solid. Okay, we're good. We're okay.
That's your podcasting elbow, right. So you thought it might have come out of
right. So my right arm doesn't go out straight. I don't know if you can see, but it's not like it goes like, ooh, there's a little bit of an angle on it because it's just been armbarred too many times. It's tweaked.
So that's why you can't be a butler.
That's right. No, well, I can hold it here.
Okay.
You have to hold it straight out?
Actually, no, you're probably right. Or maybe a bigger.
I don't think there's a criteria for bigger.
You gotta have a straight arm.
Could you straighten that? If you want like dollars, fella, if you want like 72 cents, fella, you have to straighten that arm.
You can't be a Nazi.
I could be like that, could be the little crooked.
That's not a
little Nazi that could.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my other question. There's supposed to be, McGregor's supposed to make a giant announcement after the fight, or during, or sometime during 205.
Yeah.
I'm
guessing it will be after. Okay. Well, here's my guess. Actually, how about this? We can write them down, and
I think they might be the same.
Really?
Maybe not.
Okay.
All right. No, we're gonna write them down. We'll just both say them at the same time and see if we're right.
Okay.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Floyd Mayweather. All right. Yeah, that's what I think it is. Yeah. All right. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I happened to have a couple of guys who were fans in the car the other day. I wish I was recording for a podcast because it was a really good conversation.
Yeah.
They were slightly more than casual fans. The one guy was a real casual fan. The other guy knew a lot about McGregor. He's a newer fan. You know, he's from like Rousey on, kind of one of those fans. So you know, but he knew a lot about current fighters, and the question was, is it going to be a boxing match or is it going to be an MMA fight?
Oh, it's going to be a boxing match. Floyd Mayweather would never agree to do MMA.
Why wouldn't he? It doesn't affect his boxing record. He still gets to retire an undefeated boxer. Why wouldn't he? Here's my thought. What if it was one round? That's my thought.
Yeah.
What if it was one round of boxing? If they make it out, it's a round of MMA.
But
if they make it out, it's a round of boxing.
But how do you determine who goes first? You would by coin flip?
I think Mayweather has tenure.
He doesn't he does a tenure, but current relevance.
Yeah, but you know, Mayweather's making $50 million or $150 million a fight, and McGregor's making $10 million a fight.
Yeah,
I mean, I think Mayweather has to agree to it, and
well, would they agree to an even split of the money? And that's what McGregor has spoken about in the past.
Yeah, but listen. If the take on it is $200 million, and Mayweather goes, I'm taking 150 and you're taking 50. I don't think McGregor's going to sneeze at $50 million. You know, because this is going to be probably the biggest fight ever.
Bigger than Ali Inoki.
What was their pay-per-view then?
There was. There's closed circuit.
It's a closed circuit, right? So you got to go to a racetrack.
Yeah.
You go to a racetrack or some private
stadium.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah. What were the pay-per-view values on that? 25,000.
It's been a whole book. Ali was a pretty big star. I think I would go out on a limb to say he was bigger than McGregor and Mayweather put together. Current.
Well, I think he's more
sort that I'm looking for.
I think he's more recognizable than either of those guys for sure.
Yeah,
but I don't think that he made the money that Mayweather's making.
I mean, he made $5 million to play George Foreman. Actually, it might have been more than that. And that's 1972 money.
All right, so that's probably like 20 million or 25 million.
Yeah, anyway, it could be compared apples to oranges, but at the time, in terms of just smaller world, smaller channels, smaller selection of channels rather, and news coverage. There were 10,000 websites and blogs and Twitter and divided attention. It was, yeah. I just finished reading the book about Ali versus Inoki, and then I followed up by reading a book about Ali and George Foreman. You can't get either of those by leaving a review. If you want to borrow them,
what can they get by leaving a review of the
podcast? They can get fucked at this point. It's too late.
You motherfuckers have missed the boat. We tried to give you too many free things, and nobody's leaving reviews.
Yeah, whatever.
Go leave a review on iTunes. Even if it's a bad review, we'll still send you something.
Yeah. All right, we're straying too far. 205 is up. I haven't made my fucking travel plans to New York yet. I haven't done anything. I'm staying with my cousin for like a day or two. I have the tickets. I don't have tickets to the weigh-in, so it's kind of a bummer. So we'll go in there.
Oh, you had to get tickets, though.
Yeah, I didn't know that until the day that they went on sale when I was at work.
On sale?
No, you had to register for them.
Oh, okay.
They were free.
Like, Jesus Christ.
But now you basically have to buy. I mean, people are trying to sell them in the secondary market.
Oh, yeah.
And
you might be able to find some on eBay for, $50 or something.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're going to be there anyways.
Yeah, it would be certainly fun to be in the atmosphere. I mean, it may blow my streak of asking someone a dumb question at the Q&A. I didn't do that. So, I used to get those perks from being in Fight Club, but they kind of went away. So.
Yeah, I was in Fight Club several years ago, and I used it a couple of times to get early tickets.
Yeah.
That's about the only benefit I ever got from being in it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they hooked us up at the UFC 194 weigh-ins and press conference, or it was early workouts, which the press conference afterwards or something. But I've probably got my money's worth in terms of being able to buy tickets for one of the fastest-selling, biggest gate and best square garden history. And
yeah, I was excited to.
And I'm also going to Albany, lower scale.
Oh, do you have a show?
No. I mean, for when the UFC comes to Albany in December.
Oh,
that one is a much different scale.
Oh, you already have tickets to that?
Yeah.
What's the date on that?
December 9th. It's the day before UFC 206. That's December 9th.
Who's on that?
Friday. It's the Black Beast against a guy whose name is very difficult for me to pronounce. A Polish name. Aljamain Sterling is fighting on December 9th. It's Friday.
I am not doing anything. I might go with you.
Well,
I might go with you. Yeah, it might work out.
Yeah.
It's not too
far. Like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So. The old Empire State, the capital city, New York. Albany. There's Taco Bell.
I'm like, I'm off the meat again.
Well, yeah, I'm off the meat. I go to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Beans instead of beef, no sour cream.
Yeah, I like the Meximelt with rice.
The Meximelt?
Meximelt.
Oh, I've never had that.
Oh, it's good. They melt cheese in the middle, and then they put like this pico de gallo in there. It's good. It's a little expensive. It's like $2.50 for.
Yeah.
Basically, just a
Taco Bell is ridiculously cheap. I mean, they're probably the most effectively priced.
Well,
shitty fast food.
You probably don't remember this because you're. How old are you?
34.
Yeah. you were like
back when McDonald's only had 1,000 served.
yeah, not that old. I'm old, but not that old.
Yeah.
No, but Taco Bell used to have this. It was 59, 79, 99-cent menu.
Oh, very. Yeah. See, I never grew up around a Taco Bell.
Well, that's
either, so even if I was a kid, I wouldn't.
Well, you were like, it was when I was like 17. 17, yeah, I was 17. So you were
Take it on the fucking couch cushions, get yourself.
Yeah, so you were 10. No, you were 7.
Yeah.
10. You were 7 or 8 years old. So you probably wouldn't remember the commercials. 59, 79, 99, 59, 79, 99.
I watched a lot of TV back then.
I used to eat it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, 59-cent bean burritos all day long.
Now, what was the 79? What was the upgrade?
I don't know.
Meat burritos?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was bean burrito guy.
Yeah, hey, but fucking, if there's a 59, that's good. Steak.
This was I lived in a town in Oregon called Roseburg, which is like
They're
little
Rose
town.
City, right? Or
Yeah.
Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, Portland.
Everything's rosy around there.
Yeah. Well, it's 3 hours south of Portland, Roseburg, but it's right on I-5. But there was another place in town. There's another place called Taco Time.
Nice.
There was Taco Bell and there was Taco Time. And at the time, there was just the two flavors.
Wait. Hey, is that what you called it? The time?
At the time.
You're like, at the
Yeah,
time.
at that time.
Yeah.
When they were Taco Bell and
What
Taco
happened at the time? Go on.
And the Taco Time's thing was they had these little, they're like little, like the taquitos that you get at like 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
We had those before. They were filled with actual like stuff in the middle,
not just accumulated grease that's been spread around from hot dogs.
Exactly. 7-Eleven is just, I don't know. Every time I get one of those, it's like, why did I do that? And then I get in there and it's like, I want something hot. All right, a buck and a half. Give me one of those.
Yeah.
Why did I eat this? It's fucking cardboard. It's heated up cardboard with grease in it. Anyways, they had these little burritos. They called them burritos, but they were fried. And you had to get them with beans or with meat. And they had this I remember the hot sauce they had. So good. Anyways, Taco Time.
Yeah, well, this has been
MMAniacs.
MMAniacs. Hey, man.
Roseburg, Oregon, Taco Time. That's you. If I can check it out.
Yeah, if I can get tacos after watching fight, I will. All right, well, let's just look at the fight card.
Yeah, so let's do that.
This whole UFC 205. Starts with Liz Carmouche, the very first female fighter to set foot in an octagon, technically, since Ronda Rousey was champion when they both debuted as bantamweights against Karen Chikugan. Sorry, I haven't found that. I know nothing about either of these, but I will be there to watch it. I don't know. If I had to pick, I would pick Liz Carmouche. Maybe she'll be on the right side of history this time. The first winner of an MMA fight in Madison Square Garden, perhaps.
Oh, she's the very, very first fight?
Yes.
Yeah. And then what's the next fight on there?
Well, I'm waiting. All right, here it is. Sorry, I wanted a list in front of me, not just the images. All right. So, first fight, Liz Carmouche versus Caitlin Chukagian. And then Tim Bosch versus Rafael Natal, which we kind of jokingly referenced earlier. And then the main event, so to speak, of Fight Pass is Jim Miller against Thiago Alves.
That's a good fight.
Yeah, Thiago Alves, of course, originally supposed to fight El Ayacuenta, and that fell out because of ongoing drama between Ayacuenta and the UFC. They said he's banned from receiving bonuses, so he wouldn't take the fight. Said it would be too expensive to pay for all the medicals, and he wasn't going to fight for free. So Ayacuenta retired and is a real estate agent. So if you're looking for property in the Long Island area, and you want to get some autographs 8x10s, hit up LI. But Jim Miller just coming up with a big, what I thought was a very razor sharp decision win against Joe Lozon in their fight of the night rematch of their fight of the year from a couple of years before that. Thiago Alves has sort of been up and down lately, so I tend to side more with Jim Miller.
Yeah, I think Jim Miller has been a little more consistent. I agree completely with that.
Yep. And then, as you mentioned before, kicking off the main card, Bilal Muhammad against Vicente Luque.
Well, this is the
FS1.
FS1.
Sorry, the prelims.
Yeah.
4-fight prelims, FS1 beginning at 8 p.m.
Which could be a main card. So,
yeah.
So it's not.
If you have one or two more fights on that, it would certainly be a main card. And Vicente Luque is a late replacement for I forget his first name, but the guy's name is Good, because I thought it was a little bit weird. It said Good versus Mohammed. It's like, you don't need to have that post-racial America. You put a nickname in there or something. Vicente Luque
started drawing cartoons.
Yeah, no. So Vicente Luque made his mark in front of UFC audiences in the Black Zillions versus American Top Team season of The Ultimate Fighter. Actually, Vicky lost his fight in the finale. It wasn't the main fight. It wasn't the winner of the season fight, but he lost. But has come back with 2 strong performances. Knockout his last time out in the first round. So I think I'm going to take Vicente Luque on short notice.
Okay.
To take out Bilal Muhammad. But I agree, he's a beast. Should be a great fight and a great way to kick off the main card. Because both of those guys know the historical significance of the night. So they're going to be in for some excitement and want to kick things off in a big way, I think. Following that, holy shit, this is one that I know that you're excited about. Making his middleweight debut, Rashad Evans versus Tim Kennedy. It was right for the first time in over 2 years.
I'm very excited for that fight. I'm still butthurt about this.
Waiting butthurt from sitting on his floor for too long.
Yeah,
butthurt.
Right. Butthurt against
Romero will be in the house later on.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see Tim Kennedy. I'm really excited to see Tim Kennedy back in. I feel like Rashad Evans is winding things up here pretty soon.
Yeah.
I think he knows that light heavyweight's a little bit too much for him, and that's why he's trying to use his muscle at 185.
It'll be a big 185.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good size 205er. He's short.
Got to make the weight first.
But yeah. Well, Saturday, there's a lot of people missed weight on Saturday. We had 4 or 5 people that missed weight on Saturday, and some people thought it was
Taco Bells in Mexico are really good.
Yeah. Charles Oliveira was like, didn't even try.
Yeah, 10 pounds.
10 pounds over.
Like, he didn't weigh in 155.
Yeah.
And credit Ricardo Lamas for still taking the fight this past weekend in Mexico City. Yeah, that's ridiculous. He lost 30% of his purse instead of 20%. I think that he, at this point, because I think he might have, he's definitely missed weight several times before. I feel like his next fight, you have to make him fight at lightweight. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the UFC has a pretty finite threshold of how many times you're going to pull that nonsense on, and then they're like, it's not fair to anybody. It's not fair to the UFC. It's not fair to the opponent. It's not fair to the people that are watching, because they're not getting the true.
The people that bought tickets too, right? Because if fights continue to drop off, that kind of sucks.
There's been quite a few people like that. I mean,
And Lamas had just had an entire fight taken away. He's supposed to be main eventing that card. Manila against DJ Penn.
Yeah,
now he's earning scraps, just picking up, and he takes a fight and suffered through some adversity in the jiu-jitsu onslaught of Oliveira.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. That was an amazing finish, man.
Yeah.
That was, that's Oliveira is a bad motherfucker, man. He really is. His jiu-jitsu is on point. So get that choke was pretty legit. You know, he's got to be pretty damn happy with himself.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad that Lamas won, and now he just hit some weights. Everybody else waits. But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't want to get too much.
Well, we're being behind ourselves, actually.
We have done this whole sequence. We mentioned Nurmagomedov versus Michael Johnson. We haven't mentioned picks.
Go ahead. You know who I have.
Yeah.
I've never come at it by murder. Never come at it going to come out and just chainsaw.
Yeah. That is a very sexy pick. I want to pick it, but I'm almost going to go against my instincts because Michael Johnson, the way that he came out against Poirier, his history, but his wrestling defense has always been tremendous. I know he's going against it at another level.
Yeah, it's a whole other level.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pick Michael Johnson to stir things up and cause chaos at the top of that lightweight division. But honestly, I think if he beats Nurmagomedov, Tony Ferguson would be next in line for a title shot if things play out at the top of the division, which we'll get into. Just minutes away. Just minutes away. But we do go back time to the featherweight for the main event of Fox Sports 1 prelim cards. Frankie Edgar, Jeremy Stevens. Who the fuck is that guy? The answer. Can the answer for being decisioned by Jose Aldo in his interim title fight at UFC 200?
I see. The way I look at Frankie Edgar, I look at Daniel Cormier kind of the same way. Like, he's the guy who's better than everybody in the division except for the top guy in the division. I mean,
He's the Joseph Benavidez.
Yeah, you're right. The Joseph Benavidez, the Daniel Cormier, the guy who could beat everybody except for the guy right on top.
Conor McGregor. Yeah, no, I know what you mean because he went. His first fight at featherweight was against Aldo, and then he was seemingly on a roll. He knocked out Chad Mendez, beat Uriah Faber before that, and then
I mean, he did to Mendez what Aldo couldn't.
Yeah, he finished him. Well, didn't he finish him the first fight? Aldo beat Mendez the first fight.
What was the decision? I have to go back and look.
I think he finished him. But
What was the decision? Go look.
But
maybe it just wasn't as decisive. Maybe it was later.
Their second fight was incredible, and it went to decision. But yeah, Frankie Edgar just kind of got handled by Aldo, and will Aldo handle anyone else again? That's another question.
Well, I mean, who knows what the hell's going on with that weight class? It's such a bizarro thing. You know, McGregor's now he's fighting Mayweather. He can't keep. You know, let's say he does beat Alvarez, and then he's going to fight Mayweather. Now he has two weight divisions that are on hold for him. Just everybody waiting. But I guess happily, you know, they're both
well. Whoever is waiting is whoever gets the fight next is going to be happy, just because of the money in the scale. That's money that they'll make. Yeah, KO knee round one.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at you, Connor.
Counter Mendez. He got laid out like counter by Nate. Yeah. Okay. Nope, there it is. And then, kicking off the pay-per-view, well, okay, I guess we didn't get a pick. Fuck it, I don't know. Little Heathen, Jeremy Stevens, I feel like he's not fighting Frankie Edgar. He's fighting the one-liner of the press conference. He needs to get into people's heads that he's not, who the fuck is that guy? He's, who the fuck is that guy? You know, like, who is that? So I feel like he needs to finish Frankie Edgar or nothing. I mean, or just go back to the pack as a gatekeeper to the division. Maybe he fights Ricardo Lamas if he loses. I don't think that fight is right for Lamas. I think maybe if Jeremy Stevens loses, then he fights a guy like Yair Rodriguez, who is slowly moving his way up the ranks. He's an exciting fighter that could use it closer to the top guy. Who's your pick?
I almost never pick against Frankie Edgar. I'm not going to know.
Because it's not all though. All right, fair enough. And
yeah, that's the only time I pick against Frankie Edgar. If it's all though.
Yeah. It's hard for a guy who's 0-2 to get a third fight. So that's probably not going to be a trilogy. Kicking off the pay-per-view, Raquel Rocky Pennington against Misha Cupcake Tate in her first fight since she along with Frankie Edgar, I think are two of the only fighters who were on at 200 and 205. So she's looking for her redemption. Yeah, Conor Ritter wasn't on 200. It was supposed to be. Yeah. So Misha Tate against Raquel Pennington. Pennington has won, I think, 5 straight. Maybe not 6 straight. They're like Juliana Pena is the only one who's got a winning streak like that. But it's not quite a tune-up fight for Misha Tate. She needs to show up and show that she's still in the picture, especially if Ronda can take out Amanda Nunes in December at 207. And she wants to be in line, especially since Ronda said on the Ellen show that this was going to be one of her last fights.
Yeah.
Wow.
That can mean anything.
Yeah.
It can mean anything. That can mean 3 more fights, or that could mean 13 more fights.
I don't think it would mean 13.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, if you was to name, all right, I can only think of 3 fights for Ronda after Nunes, and that would be Holly Holm, the Russian fight, Misha Tate, if she wins. Even though that is, again, an 0-2 fighter trying to get that trilogy fight. I feel like if Misha had the belt, she had lost it to Nunes. Then
that would have been the story. That would have been the best story.
Yep.
That would have been the best. Like if you were going to write it for a TV show, that would have been the best story.
Yeah. But it got fucked up, so that probably won't happen. So really, if I'm spending my 3 fights, Nunes, Holly Holm, redemption, and the Catch Fleet fight.
Cyborg. Yeah. I don't think Cyborg's ever going to happen. I really don't. I mean, I think it's going to be one of those ones where it's once they're past their prime, then they're going to try and go back. But it's not. It's one of those like
that's not cool.
Like right now, if it was GSP versus Anderson Silva, like it's an interesting fight, but it's way not the interesting fight it would have been 5-6 years ago.
Pacquiao and Mayweather all over again.
Yeah, Pacquiao Mayweather, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Same thing. So people.
It's Hulk Hogan versus The Rock.
I will choke your neck. I will choke your skinny little neck going on. What was I going to say?
Yeah. So your 3 fights, would they be different? And one of them has to be Amanda, so I guess it's your 2 fights to make for the Roddy one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if it's home because she lost her last fight too.
Yeah, she's lost to her.
So it's like, how that
I think it's only interesting because it's a fight. It's like the Bisping getting a Henderson fight. Doesn't make sense from a contender standpoint.
Right.
But it makes sense
for the fighter.
That's what she wants.
Or
It's also the Diaz rematch. It's because McGregor wanted it, and she has pull. Ronda has pull. This thing doesn't have pull, but it was Dana White's idea, and he knew that was the most bang for your buck that you could get with the middleweight title.
Yeah, well, and he knew that was probably the best chance Bisping was going to have to hang on to his title.
Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, fighting against Jacare,
Weidman.
I think Weidman would be a little bit more even. Rockhold, I mean, immediate rematch was not.
Well, I'm just saying for guys that pose the most threat to him.
No, but I'm saying in lieu, in the wake of making that the next fight after the Rockhold fight.
Right.
It wouldn't be an immediate rematch situation. But even though saying that the match was supposed to be Rockhold versus Weidman, and I didn't think Weidman deserves an immediate rematch after the way he got flattened by Rockhold.
Yeah, well, we had a long talk about that. I thought I kind of turned you around on that one a little bit.
Maybe, but I don't even remember that episode.
Well,
it's the only one that made sense because you couldn't use Romero. Jacare had just lost to Romero, and Bisping at that time was out of the picture. So I think that was the fight to make when we were looking for champion segment. So all right, fuck it. I'm picking Rocky Pennington to beat Misha Tate.
I feel like I'm going with all the favorites here, but I gotta go with Tate. I feel like she's gonna show up.
Well, I don't think you're gonna go with the favorite in this one. It's a cowboy against Ultimate Fighter champion Kelvin Gastelum. Well, he was on 200, so I forgot to add him to the list of guys.
Well, I don't know who the favorite is.
I think the favorite will be Cerrone, only because of his last few performances, all at welterweight, have not only been decisive, but they've boosted him up in the ranks as a welterweight after only 3 fights.
I don't think he's fought a wrestler, but somebody that can wrestle like Kelvin Gastelum.
I mean, Rick Story is more striker.
I mean, he's a good reason. No, he has wrestling experience.
Okay, but
Kelvin Gastelum's a fucking motherfucker wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a real deal.
He's a lot shorter than Cerrone.
I mean, he just built like a fire hydrant too. You know?
Yeah, and he's going to use that wrestling against a taller, more Muay Thai style.
Yeah, I mean, Gastelum has good striking, but it's nowhere near the Muay Thai that Cerrone has. He has crazy good striking. I mean, here's where I think Cerrone has a chance. I think he has great submissions off his back. I think Gastelum's going to dump him on his back a lot. And I mean, and a lot of it has to do with conditioning too. But have we seen Gastelum really gassed? Because Cerrone has pretty damn good conditioning. So I feel
like it's Gastelum kind of reason a little bit in this fight with Neil Magny, which was a split decision loss. But that was also, might have actually been in Mexico City for the last Ultimate Fighter, so that there's the altitude potential.
Jeez, I forgot about that fight. Damn it,
But that's been one of his only setbacks. The last few, he had a dominant decision victory over Johnny Big Rig Hendricks. Last time out,
How do you put all this shit in your brain, dude? I stopped filing this stuff so many years ago, dude, because it's just so much information.
Well, I keep a sort of fresh database.
Good for you.
Every now and then the cache.
I love it.
I just remember, but there's sometimes where I'll watch so many fights in a night, and then the next day, I'll think, wait, did that guy win? I don't remember seeing him win. And then going back and, what was the last? Albert Einstein, his last fight. I can't remember if he won or lost. He lost. But I can't remember his last name. So look, I lose some facts.
Yeah.
There are a lot of the heavily boweled European fighters.
Yeah.
It can be tough.
The Eastern Bloc. Well,
yeah, so I want to pick Gastelum in this too. Cerrone, I feel he's hot and he's exciting. He's probably gonna be the favorite.
Definitely it's a hard one now because now I'm thinking about that Magny fight, and I feel like Cerrone's a way better striker and he has better jiu-jitsu than Magny. But he's not. I think Magny's a better wrestler.
Yeah, Magny's a great wrestler. But they're very similar body types.
Yeah, very similar body types. That's why
the distance against a wrestler is a very key thing.
Yeah. Well, I think Cerrone's good at fighting long too. I think Cerrone really understands how to fight long.
Yeah.
He's throwing a lot of kicks though, and that's going to be that could very well be his undoing if he starts trying to throw leg kicks at Magny because Magny's going to dump him.
Gastelum, yeah, getting caught.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Gastelum's going to dump him.
Yeah.
So I just realized you have camouflage Crocs on.
Yeah, you can't see them at first.
I didn't know where your shoes were at. I thought your feet disappeared.
Yeah.
Camouflage Crocs.
I just have the tops of feet.
What's the next fight?
The next fight is.
Did we fit?
I don't know. I'm just pretty guessing.
Yeah, I think I am too. But go ahead.
Yoel Romero versus Chris Weidman is
the
next one, and I am not picking the hometown hero to win this one. I think it will be quick and violent and real Jesus-y. And just people booing Jesus. It's gonna be.
That's a tough one, man, because Weidman doesn't come across, he really uses his wrestling a lot.
Yeah.
And he's not going to out-wrestle Yoel Romero.
No, he's got an Olympic medal in his back pocket.
Yeah.
Along with some tainted substances. But
yeah, I mean,
he's fast. He's
fast, and he hits like a fucking truck.
Yeah. And
that's a bad fight for Weidman. God damn it.
And Weidman,
I really love Weidman.
2 surgeries, too.
Oh, my God.
2 surgeries and a not great performance against Luke Rockhold, where he lost his belt. Mm-hmm. And before that, he beat Belfort, who was sort of a shadow of himself.
Especially
after a great fight on Machida, who is also now in the land of USADA banishments. I don't think he's seen a guy with this level of output and energy as Yoel Romero. So that's why I'm picking Romero to.
Well, here's my only. I think if it becomes a battle of conditioning, I think Weidman has a chance.
Yeah.
If it gets into the 3rd round and Weidman's still putting out the same steady output, and because Romero's just like an action figure. He's just, the guy's got like 3% body fat, or so it's just ridiculous. He just looks like like if you were going to design it, like if there was no UFC and you said, imagine a cage fighter. Now make an action figure of a cage fighter. Yeah. That's the dude that you would make. It's just a fucking muscles on muscles on muscles, and all that is, you got to feed all that shit. So
if this was a 5-round fight, I'd give it a little bit more. But I think 3 rounds he can hold it up.
I'm holding off on this one. I can't pick right now. This one's fucking me up.
All right.
Yeah. God.
This was my easiest pick so far. But then we go into the title time. There's 3 title fights. First one is the Strawweight Championship, the Battle for Poland. Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. And I love both of these fighters so much.
I love the fact that you pronounce both their names properly.
Yeah.
Because I can't pronounce Kowalkiewicz.
Yes.
Unless I hear somebody say it first. If I try and read it, I go kakakaka.
I still do that with the Nurmagomedov, although way better. I got that.
Well, Nurmagomedov is pretty phonetic when you look at it.
Yeah.
But Jędrzejczyk is not.
So you just get intimidated by looking at it. Yeah, Jędrzejczyk has letters that aren't letters in it.
Right. Well, it has consonants that are used as vowels.
It has that thing that looks like a Q that has a hook or something.
I think Q's have a hook.
No, but I mean, you got to look at the fight kit. Where they spell their name out.
Isn't at the first 2 letters in her name JD?
She has a slash. JED RZEJ CZYK in Jędrzejczyk.
And I have another question. Maybe I'm convoluting this, but didn't they have a kickboxing match before?
They fought as amateurs I believe in MMA. She fought Muay Thai against, she being Joanna, against Valentina Shevchenko, who debuted around who beat Holly Holm, but she fights at bantamweight, and she has beat Joanna twice. I don't know what weight class it was at, if it was at 125 or if it was up at 135, but yes, Karolina and Joanna had fought at the amateur MMA level. I think it was 7 years ago or something, with Joanna beating her. But yeah, it's an interesting footnote. I don't know if any footage, it's certainly not as surface that I've seen of the two of them fighting. But I can't wait. I mean, I'm a huge Joanna fan, and I like Karolina since she came in, especially after her last fight.
Yeah, her other fight was pretty good.
Rose. And my favorite thing, not the thing about her, but my favorite little nuance is that at the beginning of every fight and at the beginning of every round, she just is in the same pose, leaning against the cage, just looking like sweet and innocent, but no, she has the same look at her face.
You have a crush on her.
Yeah. But she has the same look at her face, even when she's beat up and got bruises on. So what it reminds me of is a horror movie where like you're trying to get rid of a doll. I think that Simpsons have done this, and you throw it out, and then it's back where you last saw it.
But now it has scars.
Yeah, well, now it's got trash on
it, beat up with blood, stitches.
Yeah. But the fighter, I don't know. She's great. I also really liked her because one time she answered when they were like the UFC no longer does the full slate of fighters at the press table. They do them individually now, and she just like shot down reporters that would ask, Carolina, it looked like you were limping a little on your leg. What happened in there? And she was just like, I don't want to talk about that. And then just like, say it in a very polite way, and then the reporter just, did you say fuck you to me? Fuck you, I'm not going to answer your question because you don't want to talk about it? Oh, okay. Great. So Bill Belichick, like, so I don't know. This is the one. You're having a hard time picking the last one.
Yeah,
I mean,
this one.
It's hard to stylistically and from a technical talent, cardio. The fact that she's done this for, I feel like this is her 4th title defense. She won the title, and then she fought 2 5-round decisions. The most recent being Claudia Gadelha. Before that, against her now teammate Valerie Letourneau, and then when she won the title before against, I can't remember her name.
The woman that won the Ultimate Fighter. I can't remember.
Yeah, she's wrestled and only fought once since then. But
I can see her face, but I can't.
Carla Esparza.
Yeah.
I feel like Joanna has every edge in the experience. Now she's been training at ATT. It's going to be her new home.
Oh, shit.
So she's not fucking around. She's been talking about, she was the first fighter to even ask about being in New York. She knows how many Polish people are in New York, how many Polish people are going to be watching. And she's got, for the first time in her career, I feel, she's got haters leaving Poland to come to America and continue her training and to learn.
I think she has plenty of Brazilian haters.
Yes, true.
Yeah,
sure. She may have.
Yeah, I think her last fight, I think the Ultimate Fighter bred plenty of Brazilian haters for her.
Yes.
Because she did come off pretty shitty in that. And Nadia came off much sweeter.
Yeah. That's the reality TV, man.
Yeah, I mean, they can edit however they want to, you know.
Yeah, you got.
I mean, Claudia Day could be a completely evil human being, but
she left her camp after that fight, you know.
I mean, I don't know. It seems legit to me.
Yeah.
A lot of people are leaving that or
Dos Anjos just did.
Yeah. And no more Rafael Cordero, and that's I mean, that was a big part of his corner was not giving him good information, man.
No.
His corner was just going, "You're good, do that."
Yeah, you're
like, dude, where's the information? Where's the specifics?
Yeah, it's juxtaposed with it, and we couldn't see it on the broadcast, but just what John Anik and Brian Stan were saying about the advice that his former teammate Benil Dariush was getting in his fight earlier, which he won, which was a thrilling fight.
Yeah, it was very specific and very specific.
Yeah,
that was a great fight. I like Dariush a lot. His last fight, I still can't get over the last fight against from Seattle. I forget his damn name.
Oh yeah, it was a big knockout.
No, he got submitted.
Oh no. I think he got a knockout since that. Oh, you're talking about against Chiesa.
Yeah, Michael Chiesa. Yeah. I couldn't. That was a crazy one.
Yeah, did he get the knockout before that, or was that going on?
I'm not sure.
Dariush. Yeah, I thought he got a raw deal. People shitting on him after the Michael Johnson fight, split decision. Hey man, go with what the judges say. Benil Dariush. When I started to type his name, the first thing that popped up was the benefits of fish oil. But yeah, that's the look for you. Hey, check out our sponsors, fish oil. Okay, yeah, he KO'd James Vick. The fight before that was so the loss. Yeah. So it was at 199 that James Vick KO. Yeah, I mean that one loss against Chiesa is his only loss since 2014 when he lost to a guy who I've never even heard of, Ramsey in the gym.
Yeah, Ramsey in the gym. He was an Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah. So
I think he might have been an Ultimate Fighter. One of the Ultimate Fighters. I know he was on it.
Yeah, he was on Team Lesnar versus Team Dos Santos. He was a finalist. So, I believe he won. But, I keep going down these holes. Like, well, what's he been up to since then? He was supposed to fight at UFC on Fox 2015, but he was replaced because of injury.
Okay, back to the MJ
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Wow, where are you at with Chris Weidman and you?
Okay. No, that's cool. I don't know. I wasn't trying to pressure you. I just was trying to get back on task. I have Jacek. I think that she's just.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I was getting towards when I was speaking about it.
Right. That's
technical, and she's been there before.
That's what I assumed you were. going towards, since we were talking about her specific fight.
Yeah. Lifting up the opponent, how great she is.
So that's
herself.
I mean, I'm going with her because I think.
So what do you think of the way she fights? The Gadelia fight was completely different than the Forno fight, which is the one where she set a record for most leg kicks in a UFC fight.
Well, I think she wasn't doing as many leg kicks. She was worried about being taken down.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she was just being a lot more cautious because I think she had a lot more respect, and she was letting on for Gadelia. Yeah. Letting on the show.
Oh yeah.
I felt like it was a very obvious, like, you really feel threatened, so you're going way out of your way to be over the top. I am the champion. You would respect me. Like,
that's good shit.
It's good for TV.
Yeah.
It's good for TV.
Yeah.
Same way Trump's good for TV.
Oh, gosh.
It's
Get
tomorrow.
off my TV.
Tomorrow, dude. Tomorrow, there's going to be some new president is going to be elected tomorrow.
Well, that's what we thought with Gore and fucking Bush, too. In less than a month. Do you really think he's going to go to a recount?
I'm horrified.
Yeah.
Horrified. Everything is horrifying.
Yeah.
All right. Let's think about
it. It's already
more.
happened by the time it's aired. Or this will not have aired.
Yeah. Knowing how long it takes me to edit these, probably it will already have happened.
Well,
so congratulations.
The inauguration is tomorrow. You want to hear this is my latest political finding. The Crusader, the official newspaper of the Ku Klux Klan, has endorsed Donald Trump.
Yes, that's true.
You heard that, right?
I did hear
As soon as I heard that, canceled my subscription.
Matt Conner running material on you, folks.
It's already been on Twitter, baby. 58 likes. Number
shit.
I said it this weekend, but I was just edited it into the topical thing. So, yeah, the Ku Klux Klan is now running the country. Great.
Perfect. That's what we need.
Why do they make a newspaper? What isn't they burn books. Why do they publish newspapers? What's up with the Prince media? Am I right? Is this thing on? All right. Who is going to win? Yoel Romero or Chris? We're both going to DJ and check. I think we're both going to Romero. I don't want to say it. I think you just dislike him, so you don't want to pick him.
I think you're right.
And I kind of dislike Soroki.
Yeah, but I really like Weidman, too. I really like him. As a human being, he's one of the most likable guys in the UFC. He's just a real nut, like, I keep bringing this up. But before he was a champion, I was friends with him. Now he has a fan page that has, 100,000 people. But I was one of the 3,000 people that was his friend before he became a champion.
You occasionally see him chatting?
Well, no, I saw when there was a flood. His house got flooded in New York, and there were all those floods. It was before he was champion.
Yeah.
I felt like kind of connected to the dude, and I saw interviews with him, and he's just such a nice dude. He's just such a good dude, and he's a bad motherfucker. He's a real bad dude. He knocked out the best pound for pound dude on the fucking planet. Out cold.
Yeah.
Knocked the fuck out. So that's why I gotta go, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about Yoel Romero.
Yeah.
I still gotta think about it.
Oh, come on. All right, we're on. Okay. Wow. Speaking of wow, welterweight, Wonder Boy, fighting the champion, Tyron Woodley, the man who shocked the world at UFC 201.
I feel like this is one of those rare occurrences where the challenger is the favorite. Is he a favorite?
Possibly.
Because he is in my book, and I know we've said this on the podcast several times. I feel like we're entering the world of Wonder Boy, and I feel like he's going to take the title, and he's going to be the champ for a hot minute.
Yeah.
I feel like we're tapping on the floor, so we should have up.
No.
Hope I didn't screw up the recording.
I think they would have texted me. Yeah, I don't think they would have resorted to Morse code.
That was a loud laugh. couldn't. It just came out. I couldn't help it.
Yeah. Well, let's check out MMABettingOdds.com, site that I've actually never used before. Oops, I typed in odds.
Here at the Church of Kona.
GM betting. UFC 205, Stephen Thompson is the favorite. He's minus 193, Tyron Woodley plus 170.
That is what I thought. It's not often. It's not often when the challenger is, but it's, you know, these are the kind of very specific circumstances where Tyrone just got the title.
On a rare underdog, also the favorite. Sorry, challenger, but also the favorite.
That's a weird one to me.
Yeah. Really? I feel like, yeah, I think it was a little bit weird that he was favored over Nate Diaz the second time.
That doesn't make any fucking sense at all. That's a total bizarro. That he was favored over Nate Diaz the second time.
He was, yeah, he was, and the first time.
I feel like here,
but it's, but the Eddie Alvarez, I feel like it's stylistically. I know he's got a pedigree in wrestling, but I feel like stylistically, it's a good matchup for McGregor. So it kind of makes sense.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is a good matchup for him at all. I don't think it is.
Okay.
I think Alvarez can bang, one. And two, more importantly, he's a super pressure wrestler. Just grinding. Just like Frankie Edgar.
Well, I think
I
think what he does is he combines his wrestling with a clinch game, whereas he'll seem to shoot in for like a high crotch takedown, but he's just ramming you against the fence.
Yeah, it's that high pressure. He just gets there. He slams people up against the fence, and then he just works them over.
Yeah. I just feel that you're going to see the kind of snap kicks that he used against Chad Mendez in 189 to sort of neutralize the takedowns or kick him so fast he can't grab the leg to get him down. And he's going to try to take him apart in the body and get to the cardio and find a way to get his chin, because Alvarez is a tough dude. He's been through many wars, and I feel like it could be a similar accumulation of punishment thing that we saw when Robbie Lawler fell to Tyron Woodley. He's just been through so many battles, and it's almost, you know, that pickle jar you can't open, and you can't open it. And then someone randomly opens it, and you're like, well, I loosened it for you. I feel like the pickle jar has been loosened with these last few fights. Not so much against Anthony Pettis in Boston, because that was a real clinch-heavy fight. And he was just doing his best to neutralize the striking of Pettis.
That's exactly the same thing he's going to do. I feel like it's the exact same thing he's going to do to McGregor. I don't think McGregor's jiu-jitsu is on certainly not on par with Pettis. Pettis has nasty jiu-jitsu, and Pettis couldn't submit Alvarez. So let's back up for a second.
Okay.
Before we give our picks, I think we're on opposite sides of the aisle. I think we've established that for the main event.
Okay.
Woodley, Wonder Boy.
I'm taking Woodley.
Okay. So we're on. Okay. So
we're
opposed there, and then now the main event.
I'm taking McGregor for a knockout.
I mean, that's. I feel like I've said this fucking 500 times on this podcast. It's the best thing for the UFC. It's the best thing for mixed martial arts,
especially for boxing.
But I don't know. Have I ever picked McGregor? I don't think I ever have. I have to go back and look at all his fights and see if there's anyone where I picked him.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've bet against him every time, and I've always been wrong.
Yeah.
No, actually, you know what? Actually, you know what?
I'm
pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I picked Nate Diaz first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go back and listen to it.
And I might have, you know what? I might have picked him over Mendez.
Yeah, but that was before the podcast existed. We started right after 194.
Wow. When was 194?
December 12th.
Okay.
And then
So we're coming up on a year.
Oh, yeah.
I have to look at that Christmas party. Well, yeah, we have to have
We'll
a 1-year anniversary.
Call in where we can go re-listen to all the shows and find out overall who had the best picks, right? And then go pick it.
Well, it doesn't even matter because my picks changed completely.
No.
We've done a podcast where I've had picks and then I've changed them on my actual picks on fantasy because I forget what I picked.
Yeah. It'll be, All right, well, how does he get it done then?
Alvarez, I think he grinds out a decision. I think Alvarez has better conditioning. I think he's a workhorse. I think of him as like a Cain Velasquez type kind of guy, where he's just super heavy pressure wrestling and super cardio. And I've seen McGregor get gassed a few times. Two times. Both against Nate Diaz.
Yeah, but I don't think he was really gassing in the second fight. He
was definitely slowing down. He's definitely slowing down.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think Alvarez has better gas than both of those guys. So I think his but strength mentally too is one of those things like Diego Sanchez, where he just turns into a zombie and he doesn't feel pain and he doesn't get gas and he doesn't. His lungs are on fire, but he doesn't even notice it because he just wants to kill you.
Yeah, but let me just interject this one thing. Both of those examples of him being gassed is at 170 pounds. Like that's especially the first time. It was a little bit of a short notice that it had that added amount of weight on your body that you're not used to. I feel like it won't be much of a cut, but there will still be weight to be cut to make the lightweight fight, and it could serve to focus McGregor in some ways too. Whereas you see, maybe he was a little too comfy as to breakfast McGregor that first go around. You saw it, he did get tired. By that same token, I know it didn't go beyond the first round, but Alvarez emptied his gas tank as soon as he smelled blood on Dos Anjos in that fight. And it didn't work out. I mean, he still didn't knock him out. It was just he couldn't defend himself. He looked like Frankenstein walking through a hail of bullets in that one. But
I was having this conversation earlier today with Ed Carr, who owns the team link at Hookset, and I feel
what Alvarez's cardio?
No, about Dos Anjos.
Oh yeah,
I just feel bad for him. I
felt bad for him at the end of the Ferguson fight.
Yeah, I felt real bad for him because I feel like a guy like Pettis, he was happy being champion, but I feel like he brushed it off as soon as he wasn't champion anymore. He went, all right, on to a new chapter. I'm getting back in line, dropping weight, and whatever. Pettis, I feel like Dos Anjos was such a hero in Brazil, and so much of his identity was centered around the fact that he was the champion.
But he abandoned his people. He's California. No, I know. The 196. Yeah, that's definitely. He was a champion. He defended it in dramatic fashion against Cerrone on Fox. It seemed like everything was going right for him. He almost sent him a good fight. Hurt his foot. These little things take their toll.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Chain reactions.
think about it, and then you think, wow, maybe I should have just knocked the lady right up my foot.
Yeah.
I should have just taken it. At least I would have made, you know, $3 million.
Oh man.
Now I'm doing.
And you would have got it if you were injured. Maybe you would have got the rematch because you really
Now I'm making 50 grand or
fighting on Fight Pass, fighting on FS1, and then you see
what's next for him?
Los Anjos? Well, it is next for him.
I know we're all over the place right now, but
yeah, but that's okay. It's kind of a New York DJ remix. All right, here's what's next for Rafael dos Anjos. I feel like he has to fight a guy that's either a lower ranked guy making a big push, or like one of the top 5 guys coming off of a loss. And it's not going to be Nate Diaz again, because Nate Diaz isn't fighting anyone until Conor McGregor. Possibly if he wins and it becomes the lightweight champion, maybe that's his first title defense. Maybe not. But interesting. But I think that's a money fight to make. If you're gonna make, if he doesn't fight Floydman with, if you just want to piss off everyone in the entire lightweight division, I don't know.
Tough one, right?
Yeah, it is because he's
tough one. I think about it. I go, what is next for him?
Maybe he fights Magomedov. Even I know he's just coming off of a loss from Daniil Dariush, but he's a good fighter, and that would be a scrap and a half. But
what about Dariush?
They will never fight each other. Oh, Dariush and him are very close friends.
Oh,
and he said that he would either drop to featherweight or, you know, he would never fight for the championship.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they eat dinner with each other's family like once a week.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right. Running forward. Chiasa's coming back. Maybe he fights Chiesa.
Oh, God, that's a bad fight for Chiesa. I mean, that's a bad fight for Dos Anjos.
Yeah. I feel like Dos Anjos hasn't. I was actually surprised that he didn't. I know Tony Ferguson is a little bit difficult to take down, the way he switches stances so much and just has that awkward, almost square stance. But I'm surprised that Dos Anjos didn't try to employ more wrestling in that.
I was very surprised about that.
Because a new camp, too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I don't know what he has to do, but I think he needs to find a real legit camp. You know, and he goes to, I don't know what. I don't know where he would go.
Black Zillions? Well, ATT.
Florida. He's in California, right?
Yeah. ATT? I mean, AKA?
AKA, maybe. Yeah, AKA, or maybe The Pit. John Hackleman.
Yeah. MMA Labs in Arizona. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Jackson Wink.
Yeah, Jackson Wink or something like that. I think Jackson Wink, I think if he really went to someplace like really like that, like super legit, like I feel like Jackson Wink and TriStar are probably the 2 top training schools in the country. I think they're probably they probably have the most well thought out curriculum.
Yeah. I feel like ATT's coming up a lot in their facility.
Well, I think they definitely are. I think AKA is ATT. I think Black Zillions. They're all in the same general area. I think those 2 are the top. I think if Dos Anjos was able to pick things up, I mean, you guys have a family and stuff, so that's where it gets hard. It gets hard. He has a school.
Got someone named Todd, Bob.
You can do the whole McGregor bit on him tonight. it's unfortunate that things didn't work out with Lil Yao. I mean, that's a perfect fit for him. I don't know what the issues were.
Yeah, he kind of just spoke in big terms about certain people not being there in certain capacities once he was champion.
Yeah, I remember hearing something like that, but I didn't realize it was his own school.
Yeah, it was kind of strange too, because there was the fight before that he went to not the Philippines. He went to Thailand for a couple of weeks. And
you're right.
Trained there too, so he's kind of on his own, but also having a gym. So I don't know who's.
Yeah, but you see that a lot. You see guys go out for little stretches in places to fine tune things or get a little different look on stuff. But making a total change in camps, I think that really affected his. He didn't feel like he had the kind of backing being in there. I mean, I know if I'm competing in the jiu-jitsu tournament, which I haven't done in a lot of years, but if I have somebody who's really competent, who I respect and trust and know that their jiu-jitsu is super good at coaching me, I do much better than if I have either nobody or somebody who I'm like, yeah, but I tap you out a lot, or I'm not really listening to what you're saying because So,
like you're giving advice to a headlining comedian or someone that's been doing it for longer.
Right. I mean, I bet Rafael Cordero fucking tunes him up. I bet he's much bigger, and I'm sure he gets Dos Anjos respect if they're sparring, which if they spar.
Yeah.
So you have to think of it that way. Like, I really respect Rafael Cordero because he kicks my ass all the time, and these guys that I'm with now, I beat the shit out of all of them.
Yeah.
So. I mean, I don't know. I hope he finds a way to get. I mean, he's been a
big comeback kid before.
Yeah,
he started out his UFC career not so hot, and put together quite a streak. Aside from these last two setbacks, his only loss since 2012, I think, was against Khabib, and that was a 3-round fight, 3-round decision. So. Yep. Well, there's questions to come from the Mexico City card. There's going to be people looking ahead at the 205 thing, and Tony Ferguson could be in line. He's watching that Michael Johnson Khabib fight, and
he's not far off. I feel like he's
not far off.
One other fight. If he has to fight one more fight, I think one more really definitive win for him.
Maybe against Khabib. They were supposed to fight.
Mm-hmm. That's a crazy fight.
Yeah,
there's so many crazy fights. I haven't even been able to react to how crazy the 205 card is because there's so many crazy fights that are like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like any one of those fights on the main card could be a main event.
Yeah. Pretty.
So
it's gonna be crazy. Who knows?
Max Cohen's gonna be there. We'll have some audio clips for us when he comes back.
I hope. My phone's been fucking up, but hopefully I'll get some new ones. There is some fan fest. They've announced the fighters that are going to be around. But
well, maybe I've got another little Zoom like this. Maybe I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Take it down with you. It's got it's just a stick one. It's got 2 little mics this way.
Yeah. The only thing that makes me nervous with that is that I'll be going from a fan fest directly into the show, so it may not be so cool about bringing, even though it's audio equipment.
Right.
In terms of arena security.
Yeah, that could be true. But flashback to my pocket knife.
Oh man, yeah. While I'm firing next to you, you're fighting that night.
I was so horrified, and I didn't know what I was going to do with my poor knife.
Oh yeah. But so that's going to be exciting. We'll see. As soon as Paul Landwehr tells us who we picked, we're going to figure out who did the best. UFC 205. If New York City is still standing after Election Day, Trump and Hillary both have event schedules tomorrow in New York.
Both in New York.
Yeah, I don't know if they're both in New York City.
I don't. I forget who it was earlier. You posted this on Facebook, but I know it was a comic. I can't think of who it was. But they said something to the effect of, with the amount of vitriol that has come from both sides of this, there are going to be Trump and Hillary supporters at polling stations across the country. There's definitely going to be some fistfights.
Oh, dude.
There's definitely going to be some melee, some fistfights tomorrow. They're going to cause voting stations to close down.
Yeah, I think there's going to be one.
Oh, I'm horrified. I just don't know what's going to happen.
I think it's good. Watch fucking fight pass. Use violence to get me away from all this violence in the world. But thanks for listening. This was a long one, but it had been a while, and this is the biggest card in UFC history, so it denoted a long Taco Bell filled chat about all the fights coming up. So,
amen.
Enjoy.
Thank you all for listening, Internet world. We appreciate you sticking with us, even though we haven't done a podcast in like a month and a half.
Yeah.
But we are going to be.
We're back the rest of the year. The rest of the year, there's more things to talk about. Canada is next. George St. Pierre, not on the card, but Daniel Cormier and Rumble Johnson. So, and Lando Venata is. So, there you go. Against John McDessie. So, there'll be more fights to be talked about shortly. Until then.
MMAniacs over and out.
Peace. Oh, yeah.